was a black god, represented by a black bull whose hide denoted his black skin.
Here's the picture that he showed on the screen. It's a deity El, the god El. Pay attention to the crown or the headdress, if you will. This is a picture from the front of the same statue, a little closer, and a little bit from the side here. Now, this headdress is actually the Atef crown. If you go on Webster's online dictionary, that's what it says. Atef is the specific feathered white crown of the Egyptian deity Osiris. It combines the head jet, the crown of Upper Egypt, with red ostrich feather for the Osiris cult. The Atef crown identifies Osiris in ancient Egyptian painting. If you go to Webster's dictionary, Merriam-Webster, it says Atef, hold on, a tall crown with a long feather on each side, shown in the art of ancient Upper Egypt as worn by Osiris. Okay? Here you can see Osar or Osiris with the Atef crown. This is from the papyrus of Nebket. It's actually in the Louvre Museum, and you can see me filming that papyrus on the video entitled Reality Check. Why black people ain't going nowhere, but you might as well put Afro Style Reality Check, it's gonna come up. And in here, it's also from the Louvre Museum. You have Osiris in the middle with the Atef crown, and the description for it, if you go on the website of the Louvre Museum and you type Royal and Divine Triad, you can do a search and you will see they mention that he is actually wearing the Atef crown. Now finally, you can compare the crowns. Okay, first you have the god of the Arabs Negroes, which first is El, but somehow some way becomes Allah, but that's up to y'all, that's up to the doctor. And then you have the one that I showed you, Osiris. Then again, from the front, compared with another statue of Osiris, and then finally the same statue from another angle.
Biblical King's Seal discovered in dump site. This is the royal seal of the King Hezekiah, and here we have an Ankh. And finally, last but not least, you need to see it to believe it. The God of the Bible, El, slept in his own dung and urine. This is Ugaritic Narrative Poetry, page 195. And we also have this book here, the Masriah in the Prophetic Literature, where it clearly says that El floundered in his own feces and urine. Microphone check. What's up, Sidhu? That's in with E.T. and Shaka and Kemet. I hope you're doing well. Today we have a, a short live stream. The title of the video is Butler, Reggie's Artificial Intelligence Friend. Yes, you will see it. It's going to be funny. I had an idea about a new clip, so I'm just going to prepare that clip. So in the meantime, I will leave you with a 3-minute extra video, 3 minutes that Frankie could not even bear. He had to stop midway because this is their teaching. This is what they call supreme wisdom. So it's only going to be 3 minutes and 18 seconds to be exact. And I see you right after that.
So Shabazz was not permitted to stay in that area. So he took his family into the jungle of East Asia, which we now call Africa, to make a people close to nature. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, this is the origin of kinky hair. Because we didn't have kinky hair prior to that. The hair on our head was like the hair on our eyebrows. The hair on your eyebrow is straight. The hair on your head is not the same as the hair on your eyebrow. But the hair of every other people is the same as their eyebrow. Your eyebrow straight, your hair something different. Wouldn't you like the hair on your head to be as straight as the hair on your eyebrow? That's why you so busy frying it. That's why you so busy pulling it. Because your nature tells you that the kink I mean, you know, with I'm black and I'm proud, we got to learn to be proud of kinks. Because most of your family of other black people on the earth, jet black. They didn't have no broad nose and thick lips and kinky hair. They were dark-skinned people, jet black. But they had straight hair, a thinner lip, a thinner nose. But we are marked as a different kind of black person. And we were rejected and despised, not only from the circle of the gods, but we were despised and rejected by all the other dark people of the earth. This is why today black people with kinky hair and broad nose and thick lips are rejected in every society. I want you to hear me well tonight. Yes, sir. Why are we rejected? Because the essence of beauty is in obedience and submission to God. And the essence of ugliness is when you rebel against God. And when you rebel against God, in your rebellion, you are marked with a certain mark of your rebellion, which is the disfigurement of your internal self, which manifests in the disfigurement of your external self. And this is why when you look at our people, wherever we are found on the earth, you find us either disfiguring ourselves physically because we are disfigured on the inside because of rebellion.
All right. Now, that new clip is almost finished. So in the meantime, I'm going to play another one. And this one is 5 minutes long. All right.
Bro, listen. I don't even know who's over there watching that shit. But actually, you know what? That's a lie. I do. What's happening right now is there's a line in the sand, and the pedophiles and the pro-pedophiles. Remember when I said this is revealing who's pedophile and who's pro-pedophile? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people have shit that they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people have shit that they've been doing, shit that they interested in. A lot of these niggas go on to vacations in Dominican Republic and Brazil and all these other places and be doing a lot of shit that if they was here in the States, them niggas would get killed for. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas going on vacation doing other goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? And niggas coming around thinking that because they got a little few dollars that they could get away with doing certain shit, that makes them somebody. It don't. See, I still come from a world where money don't determine who you are. It don't. Because you got a little control of a platform and niggas looking at you and you could put niggas in position like, bro, that shit don't mean nothing if you a slime ball. Period. So you over there having sex with little girls. Remember, I was saying that we needed to boycott Sonetta Page until he took polite videos down. At this point, I'm saying that we need to just boycott that page. Everybody needs to unsubscribe. The nigga's a pedophile. What are you doing now? And if he's not, let him break it down. Let him explain his relationship with Nikki because he cannot deny his relationship with Nikki. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? That is a real thing that happened. That would be the same as Polite trying to deny Aminette. Polite can't deny he with Aminette no more than Sarnetta could deny that he was with Nikki for years. So let him explain that. Let him explain what he's doing with Nikki. He's 33, she's 15. And let me show you something. So you really know that this is a problem. He stayed in a relationship with her. He went to prison for a year and stayed in a relationship with her while he was in prison. And when he came home, he came right back to her. So that means that he thinks that that's okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, we want to say the girl had a really big body and she looked grown and he was out somewhere drunk and they hooked up for a one night stand and he didn't know. Okay, that's a situation. That could be argued back and forth. I'm not saying yay, nay, or whatever. But you were with this girl since she's in junior high school, my nigga? To the time she's in high school? Guess who's going to jail tonight? What? Bro, stop doing videos on everything else and talk about you and Nikki over there, bro. Talk about you and Nikki. And be careful because niggas in Harlem is now paying attention. So it's niggas that know about other things that's hitting me, sending me text messages and all that. And I'm ignoring a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what I would like you to do is go out on a high note. This is a real message from me to you, Saab. You watching this video. Go out on a high note with some dignity, bro. Don't keep dragging this thing out where you keep losing dignity in front of us, bro. It's hurting me. I don't know. A lot of these people that's watching, they don't really give a fuck about none of the people involved. It's hurting me to keep finding out more of these things that's making who you are in my mind diminish less and less and less into below nothingness. And it's a lot of people in the community that feel the same way, bro. And if you would have just stopped this shit, if you would have just stopped this polite shit so long ago, man, you could have saved this community so much fucking heartache, bro. And you still going, my nigga. You still pointing out other niggas instead of dealing with your man polite. Now, let's look how fucking goofy this nigga saw look. All this research work, right? He doesn't realize that he's demonstrating to the entire community that he's capable of fully pulling up all the information on Brother Polite. But you're not doing anything but pulling up information on other people. Okay, so now we passed Brother Polite, bro. Now we're on Brother Sarnetta.
Okay, I got that thing ready. Now, first of all, here in the chat, you have the link to Butler Reggie's artificial intelligence friend. Okay, and we're gonna have a look together. So if you don't mind, in the comment, just leave a comment to say I've seen it. Because it might say it's some Photoshop or Adobe Premiere shop, Adobe Premiere work job. So here, I'm going to share. There it is. So that's the channel here. You can see John Henry Clark in the middle, Dr. Ben here. This looks like Professor James Moore when he had the dreadlocks. This is Professor Leonard Jeffries, and I'm not sure if this is Chancellor Williams here with the sunglasses on. So the avatar is Dr. Ben. The name of the channel is Africa Online TV. Funny, it's Africa because we heard the xenophobic talks. So here, that's the home of the channel. So you can see unprepared Kemet teacher Shaka Ndugu Kemet. Then you have another one called Shaka Kemet Great Fair. Then you have an African says African states are not sovereign. And we can see this is Seku. Then we have an African called Black Americans Poor. And then the rest is look how. Okay, I don't have the full title, but anyway, we can clearly see this is Seku. some people have stated that a video was floating on TikTok, and it was Sekou. And apparently, the video was removed because it was a bad look for Butler Reggie to try to put hate on him. So just let's listen to what he said. Oh, how come there's no sound? Oh yeah, you have that thing here. Okay.
Shaka's
So
performance.
we go back.
Hi, I'm Kemi. I'm one of Brother Reggie's AI friends. Question: when a person says they are an expert on Kemet, shouldn't they perform? Shaka's performance was the worst way in the community has seen from the Kemet teacher. No resources to learn from. Does he think you're supposed to just believe him? Is it me? Am I tripping? Nah. Call the debate police on him. Wow. He failed protecting Africa and Kemet. SMH. Hi, I'm Kemi. I'm one of Brother Reggie's AI.
Damn, I'm muted now, but I want to check if I was muted earlier. Oh, but I didn't speak in vain earlier. We go there. One moment. Oh, it's okay. I'm muting myself just before I played the clip. That's why. So Butler Reggie will probably deny that he has any involvement in this, but when we hear what he said, it's very similar to what he has been saying. Because even before, he stated that I didn't show any sources, you know. And as a matter of fact, I can even show you that. I can even show you that because it will be in my community timeline. So I will have to scroll down a little bit, but it should appear. Let's have a look together. It'll be a while back, but I know I addressed it. Bear with me. Oh well, here you have Reggie's comment where he says, "Lol, you got destroyed. Keep Black America out of your mouth. Out of your mouth. You lied on my ad, or you don't know enough. You're not ready. Come back on Sachetta so we can laugh at you. Change your name to Gossip my ad. You know." So apparently, that thing that we've seen is not gossiping. And what's interesting is that I have shown you that Anonymous learned a video which was 10 years old. So it's interesting that now we have another video which is made, with a robotic voice. Some people don't have the integrity and courage to just show themselves and speak their speech. So they will resort to using some tools. Now, I want you to see it because I actually called that Reggie to a debate on two different channels on the same day. And of course, he backed down. So now him try to get cute is amusing to me. Now, hold on. Shouldn't be too long now. It really shouldn't be too long. Now, you see all these different videos, all these different topics? People don't address them. But when you talk about their guru, then they cry. I think that's the one. So if I click on it, um, well, it's not the one I was looking. Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So maybe it's a bit small. Okay. But if you go on full screen mode, you should see clearly. Bear with me. I'm just gonna do that here. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to read it. Reggie left a comment and he wrote, "The truth can be hurtful to African people who hide facts. Facts should not be hidden. There are explanations because of brutality of wars. I could have easily shown branding of sea people prisoners. Unfortunately, the truth people are not ready for. However, in a proper debate with Europeans who have the information, people who hide the truth will not be able to prevail with silly arguments. Where did Shaka share primaries?" Now, this dumb Butler Reggie is asking where I shared primaries, and that was right after I appeared on Sacheda's platform when I was a guest and I gave everybody a piece of the action. Well, I did show the painting from Benny Hassan. And I know I showed some other primary as well, but I don't recall everything from the top of my head. So he likes to act like he's the only one who's used to sharing primaries. He's so used to having neophytes around him that he feels like he's the only one who's equipped or competent, you know. And then he wrote, what he did was ask people rebuting to show the information, and he, because he does not know or knew, I have no reason to hide information. Everything else was snitching. The punk Butler Reggie said that everything else was snitching. So feel free to go there and just tell me where I snitched. You know, I thought that snitching was giving information to the authorities. Now we're dealing with information, it is snitching. You will not see this dude on any scholarly presentation. So here's my response to the Butler Reggie. I replied to him directly. Reggie, you are a clown who's been a butler for 30 years. You have no platform, no book, only one so-called peer-reviewed article reviewed by associates of a serial plagiarizer, a Sahim or fake. You know very well that if you live stream on your YouTube account, it will be a desert. You are a liar. I've shown primaries. You can't mess with me. I'll destroy your poor methodology any day with no effort. You can only impress neophytes. You are a fraud defending another fraud called Female Cat Garfield who refuses to show his bachelor's degree in history. You threaten people with legal action because you didn't like them criticizing you, yet you talk about snitching, which is ridiculous. You congratulated Chief X seconds after he said that the ancient Egyptians were Caucasians from pre-dynastic times until today. You've officially become pseudo. If you want to call me out for a debate, then do it now. Put up or shut up. With Sanetta as a moderator and equal time, I will crush your so-called scholarship. You're making a fool of yourself anytime you speak publicly. You're a cheerleader for the Abrahamic. None of the scholars you name stand next to you in agreement. If you want the smoke, then let's get it on ASAP. We don't need weeks. You pick a date, and I will destroy your horrible methodology. And then live on air on 2 different channels, I did call him out. So here, what I've written is Reggie, who apparently doesn't work and has all the time in the world to spend hours on countless platforms, can let it be known if he wants us to get down with Side Cheddar as a moderator with equal time. He has knowledge and I have knowledge, so there is no need to wait. He can call this a discussion, a pre-debate, a debate, whatever suits him. I'm sorry about the spelling errors. The Butler is so annoying that I typed way too fast. So that was for the record, you know. So I'm going to play the other one. There it is. I played the first one, or let's say the last one, and now we're going to play that one here.
Peace to the family. My name is Kemet. I am one of Brother Reggie's artificial intelligence companions. I feel that the conversation between Shaka and the captain was not informative on Shaka's part. He showed no slides and did not source up. He did not have an introduction and was all over the place. He had a computer and sourced nothing. He failed and should not get a paid debate. It was a waste of time. We deserve better in 2023. Peace to the family.
So you've heard it. He claims lack of information on my part. Now, Tazariak said that Martin Luther King ain't shit. I'm sorry for using profanity. I'm quoting directly. Tazariak used the word beast to label Martin Luther King. Tazariak said that there's attestation of Moses and Miriam in the Meta-Nature, in the hieroglyphics. I asked him to show it. He didn't show it. He said that Ma'at is a bird. Coincidentally, Butler Reggie said that Ma'at is a bird as well. And he also said that in the Maxims of Ptahhotep, that's the English version, or let's say translation, that's a French translation by a PhD in Egyptology, Christian Jacques. And the Maxims are numbered. So Tazariak said that in the Maxims of Ptahhotep, it says that you should suppress your woman. I asked him to show and prove. He didn't show and prove. And Tazariak is now known for having confirmed that ISUPK celebrate the death of black people. ISUPK celebrate the death of Africans. But here we have this channel here that's called Africa Online TV. So Butler Reggie is such an embarrassment. Such an embarrassment. Now let's look at the comments. If we go on this video,
I'm Kim.
there are 2 comments. I don't know why we only see one here, but maybe if I do, okay, let's deal with that first one. 4 days ago, edited. This is a joke, but coming from Reggie, I'm not shocked. This is the people speaking. And maybe if I do newest first, the other one will show. When you need AI to support you because real humans don't. And this is from Ace Monster 01. This is the people speaking. You see? Now let's look at the other video.
Peace to the family.
Look at the comments. There are 2. So Ace Monster 01 wrote, and this one was 3 weeks ago. He wrote F4H, which stands for F out of here. And look at the reply. Dang, Mr. Butler. The Butler Reginald Mabry, who in 30 years has one so-called peer-reviewed article, peer-reviewed by people who committed linguistic acrobatics and linguistic gymnastics. He wrote, lol, I got a Robert team. He meant to write team, but there's an N instead of an M at the end. All right? You see? So now let's look at this channel here. When you go to videos, what do we have? Mfudishi Jehutimes, birthday celebration 2023. We know that Butler Reggie has always spoken highly of Mfudishi Jehutimes. Then we have a Sahimo fake ASCA conference on Kemet 5 months ago. Then we have Butler Reggie dealing with Jabari Osasi's scholarship. Then here we have Butler Reggie when he was young. ASCAC research panel. We have a tribute to Dr. Ben. Here we have Dr. Ben's status as of March 11, 2015. So we can see Professor Leonard Jeffries and Professor James Small. We have Leonard Jeffries again. People that Butler Reggie knows. Here we do have Butler Reggie between Professor James Small and Professor Leonard Jeffries. Here we have Brother Small live from Haiti. Here we have Sad Cheddar. And here we have Butler Reggie who is issuing a challenge to Dr. Wesley Muhammad. And the next video here is Butler Reggie. He says, bro, Reggie and Dr. Wesley Muhammad, it did happen. What did happen? This is 30 seconds long.
So when it talks about
We can barely hear, but this is just 30 seconds long. Now, for the record, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, PhD in Islamic Studies, has challenged me to a debate publicly. I accepted. We spoke about it on the phone. And then he backed down. That's just for the record. Wesley Muhammad never, Dr. Wesley Muhammad never challenged Reggie to anything at all, you know. So then we have, as you can see, 3 videos of Professor Leonard Jeffries. Actually, 4 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally, we have Secret of the Ankh. Oh, dang. Who's standing next to Professor Leonard Jeffries? It looks like Butler Reggie to me, you know, when he was much younger. So, he'll probably say it has nothing to do with it. But when we look at the channel, there's quite a fair bit of videos portraying Reggie, you know. So if he's not himself, it's somebody it's safe to say somebody that's very close to him, you see. And the only live stream is the wake celebration of our dearly beloved nature, Dr. Yosef Ben Yakanan. All right. So that's for the record. And in conclusion, I will play a little some. I'll play a little some. Where is it? No, it's not here. It's there.
All right, peace and black power family. Welcome to another Sarnetta TV House of Consciousness production. You already know what it is. This is your brother Sarnetta. I am your host, and I'm bringing in another heavy hitter. You brothers and sisters better be ready when we build this wall, this Kemetic wall. Oh my God, wall? Ain't nothing stopping. We bringing in another young brother. He's a scholar.
He's a scholar.
You one leave.
Who is it?
5 more come in. Reggie leaves.
Who left?
5
Reggie
more
left.
come in. You know what I'm saying? Left? Garfield leaves and turn his back on Kemet. 10 more come in. Okay. We already got Chris Harris. We bringing in another brother who is awesome, who is powerful. I would say who
is it?
I don't know between him and Jabari. I would say they probably right here.
Right here, same level.
I see the brother's work and ethic, and if he can handle the ring, getting in, or the battlefield, or whatever, anybody that come at him, if he can deal with that pressure, I think he can, because he's
Who are you talking about? Who?
And so, without any further ado, I bring to you my brother, Shaka, in the building. What's up, Shaka? He runs the channel of Ma'at Forever. So if y'all are aware of that, make sure you go and subscribe to Ma'at Forever channel. Go over there and show some love for our brother. Peace and black power to you. Hotep. Shaka, what's happening, man?
He says Hotep now.
Unmute yourself.
Hotep Sen-E Sarnetta. Thank you for the invitation. I just want to greet the people as I usually do. Hotep Senu, Hena Senut, Iti, Ren Ishaka and Kemet. I hope you're doing well. Bonjour, Sak Passe, Mbote, all that good stuff.
Damn, don't y'all hear that? Don't that sound beautiful to your ears, man, right there? Just to hear him go in on that. I know he dealing with knowledge, man.
I know he dealing with knowledge, man. You know, so, you know, some people, man, they say stuff, they don't own up to it, then they regret, you know. But that's a new one that you're going to hear every now and then, you know. So I want to say, regarding people who are giving advices, I appreciate the advices, you know. For those who have seen the movie, which was a TV series, Shaka Zulu, we can see Shaka's father at one point was giving advices, and he says he doesn't agree with the advices, but he says, "Thank you for the advice." Then the advisor is trying to speak again. He says, "Thank you for the advice." And sometimes I feel that way, like I'm listening. Okay, I'm thanking you, but brothers and sisters, please understand. If you give advice to someone, he doesn't have to follow that advice. Don't be angry at him if he doesn't follow that advice. You see, otherwise it's like you feel superior to the person, and you feel like the person is it's supposed to just follow your instructions. Or, I mean, if you knew how many people give me advices, if I would listen and follow every advices I get, then I will be doing the Macarena. I will go left, right, back and forth, you know, back, forth and forth, you know, choice 15, just like Nikki from Harlem. So when I have videos, and there's one that is uploading now, I don't know if the upload is finished. Let me see. Okay, I have it twice there. Let me see if it's finished. Yes, it is finished. So I'm going to share the link in the chat for the record. Painters of Kemet. Every day for more than 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks now. I don't know if it's been a month. Every single day I've been uploading a video about ancient African artifacts. People don't comment on it. A lot of people are actually hypocrites, you know. because they don't comment on those videos. But when I reply to people who disrespect me, who lie on me, then they want to comment and give advices. So here you have it, Painters of Kemet, another one, you know. So if you don't like a particular topic, so be it. If you don't like the channel anymore, the subscribe button just works. But I am merely replying, you see. So nobody should say that I'm stalking anyone if I'm merely replying. If I'm replying, it makes these other guys the stalkers. You understand what I'm saying? But once again, people love the juicy stuff. That's where they react. That's where they participate, you know. And I had live streams about Nature, about Kemet. We can see how many people are there. I'm still going to address Kemet. I'm still going to upload videos showing artifacts that are thousands of years old. And I know that there is going to be like, 2 comments, 3 comments, a few likes, and that's it, you know. But later on, we will have more people interested with the culture, really. People who will not allow fraudulent butlers like Butler Reggie, who said that he has no regret giving information to the Hebrew camp against the Kemetic camp, particularly the guy he gave advices to, being a pedophile, in the words of Sacheta. Sacheta used those words 3 times in a row. He said he has no regrets. If you want to follow 57-year-old butlers like this, then more power to you. Suit yourself. I don't. You understand what I'm saying? It's looking real bad. And for those who don't know, the second copyright claim request from Sacheta has been refused, rejected by YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. I appreciate YouTube standing on principles. YouTube does have integrity and dignity. You understand what I'm saying? So I must have said something that made Sacheta uncomfortable. And if we look chronologically, it's when I played Enki talking about Nikki from Harlem being 15-year-old, while Frankie was allegedly 30 years old, over 30 years old, when they were, making it do what he do, you know. So he claimed he was made of tough skin, but he's actually begging YouTube, can you please do something about it? Can you please? How ironic. The pressure. But I told him he can share this pressure. He can tell me who gassed him up. If it was solely his idea, then he has to deal with it and come correct. But I'm pretty sure some people were in his ear, you know. Have you heard LL Cool J's song when he replied to Cannabis? Cannabis did well with second round knockout. LL is a hip hop icon. So it was difficult for Cannabis to appear like he really did his thing. But in one of the reply, and I don't think it's Can I Bus. I think it's the other one that's on his album where Ja Rule sings the chorus. But anyway, there's one of the songs directed at Cannabis, and LL Cool J at the end says, "Is this really what you wanted?" And then he busts out laughing. Sacheta, is this really what you wanted? Did you think you could mess with me using your Power Rangers? Your Power Rangers are not even there. Butler Reggie's not even there. He's using AI. He won't even stand as a man. We don't hear Onk. You're on your own. Now, the moderator, the Twitter finger moderators, yes, they are gassing you up, hyping, typing. But, it doesn't really count. It doesn't really count. Anybody can type. Anybody can type. You see? So that was just for the record, brothers and sisters. I told you it will be a quick one. You can see what they are resulting to. And for the records, for those people who talk about, the information and decorum. My latest live stream was Sacheta insulting a person's family members. Mother, father, son, daughter. So that's decorum, is it? Just because the guru said so. Those people are looking bad, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. So my advice to brothers and sisters, don't be groupies. Don't be groupies. Weigh the pros and the cons and make your own conclusion. Since when is it cool to invite convicted rapists, or let's say Since when it is cool to invite people who were convicted in a court of law for rape? It has never been cool. Oh, for the record, in my feed, you know that Cross the Line YouTube channel? One video came in my feed. The video is 13 days old, less than 2 weeks old. And guess what we see in the intro? We see the ISUPK member who was convicted for child molestation in the words of Tazariak. That's his music video playing as the intro. Interesting. Interesting. So Butler Reggie is rooting for the Hebrew Israelite camp, ISUPK, that publicly support a guy convicted who has been convicted and in prison for child molestation. How interesting that Butler Reggie has never once, to my knowledge, criticized child molesters. I wonder why. We've had some revelation about Frankie. Who knows? Maybe we're going to have some revelations about some other people. But it is noteworthy. And there are many other people who most likely in their youth or even in their adult life have done some I like them young kind of stuff. You know? We'll find out. So stay safe, stay healthy. And if I am allowed to, by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Tuaitu, Tuanicheru, Hotel.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video Kemet and Ma'at before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Nature classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Netia class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/ma'at4ever.